Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a squat and deadlift day. And I took today a little easy. I would call it easy, but I think most people would be like, yeah, you're crazy. So squats, I just did my normal ramp up. I haven't seen the footage yet. I just loaded it all in. I haven't watched it yet, but I tried to sink these a little deeper. Went up to a pretty easy 451 with a safety bar, just warming up for the deadlift. It felt good. I didn't feel really that much quad. So that's a good thing. It means that my quads are not a limit. And I think I'm going to experiment with that a while, of just leaving my quads mostly alone, keep working just the SSB squat, work on my deadlift, and let the squat land where it will. Now, for some people who go, well, what about that? Is it going to affect it? Not really, because how do I put this? I have lifters who hit 500 plus squats without even worrying about their quads. And I don't even mean they did back squatting. I mean they just did speed boxes. They did speed boxes with some sort of max effort squat once every 2 weeks. I'm hitting a little more heavy singles than that. I'm doing it, pretty much I think twice a week at this point. And then my deadlifts and things do work quads. So I'm just going to develop posterior chain strength. Just work on power squatting using the SSB and let it land where it will, because I don't care that much, to be honest. I want to focus on the bench and the deadlift. Okay, those are bigger priorities to me. It's what I care about. And if I ever need quads, I can build them up quick if all of a sudden I need my squat to be more competitive. Muscle memory is not that hard. I know how to do it. All right, deadlifts. Because I did miss the training max this week due to grip, I'm like, let me take a win today, and I wanted an easy set. So normally I'm able to get 6 with this weight. I did 5. Still a challenging set in terms of stimulus. I'll still get a positive adaptation from that, but it's not going to beat me up, because those 6 reps tend to be 100% for me on that. So by me leaving at least 1 rep in reserve, I can recover well. It's still a productive workout, a lot of posterior chain development, a lot of grip and upper back with the power curls. And these went really well. I'm getting stronger on these. All right, I did these for 3 sets of 12 yesterday. 3 sets of 12, right? At the end of my bench workout. Well, today I came in with this weight and I got 15 and then 13. And I didn't really feel like they were failure. So I'm stronger on these. And I feel like this is one of the movements. I think power curls and hammer curls, along with just my rowing, might be enough to get my grip where I want it. And if it's not, then I'm going to work in some fat bar work, which I may just work it in anyways. But I feel like at this point, the forearm and bicep development this gives, along with the extra grip training, plus the amount of pulling I'm doing in general, I think my grip is going to get caught up, because it's already a little stronger. Like that 635, that's a stronger grip than I had a few months ago again. All right, I feel like I'm coming along there. I do need it to continue to improve, but that's really going to be a lot of forearm and arm specialization and movements like that, because again, I can always use more bicep. I mean, technically I am an influencer online, even though I'm a strength coach and a power lifter. A little more bicep will not hurt my outreach. It won't hurt my income, that's for sure. But the thing is, all of that will contribute to my grip. That's kind of a double win. And I've done that before and found that things like the hammer curls and power curls and stuff do help my grip considerably. But we come back over to the other thing. Might I need to add fat bar work in, whether it's just rows or double overhand pulls? I might need to. I will probably eventually need to do that. It might be just a little bit before I do it, and I might start doing it next week. I didn't feel like it today. Today I came in, I'm like, let me just get some good work sets. Got 2 really good quality sets into those 2 supplemental lifts, and this did, 5 sets of reverse hypers afterwards to, again, keep my lower back, glutes and everything recovered and growing. But again, realistically, had a really hardcore workout for posterior chain earlier this week. And this is still a solid workout. Good training response. Again, doing sets of 8 with 25 pounds on that glute ham raise, then doing my power curls, which help my weak link on the deadlift. Hamstrings tend to limit me in terms of primary movers, but the grip and the upper back are really going to be necessary for where I really fail, and that's the grip. And we can't discount upper back. We cannot discount upper back at all when it comes to grip, because there have been some studies over the years showing a very significant correlation between upper back strength and grip. So again, all ties in. But the power curls, right? They bring a lot there. And like I said, I may alternate in hammer curls and may have weeks where I go ahead and do both. And I'll do some sort of grip / curl training on all 4 of my training days, because that's kind of a big deal. And it also can carry over to my bench. The ability to squeeze that bar harder, the ability to stabilize that bar better is going to help my bench. That ability to stabilize that bar is going to affect my ability when I do start going for maxes again to control the weight and touch it where I need it, because that low down touch is really where I'm strongest. I can't have it touched too high. So it ties into my overall training. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. And like I said, I'm not going to rule out the fat bar work, because that has done a lot for my grip in the past also. If I were to narrow it down, that's the stuff that does the most for me. Pulls that are harder and force my grip to work where I can't set the bar down, like the dumbbell rows. Just get real strong at those, get real strong at those power curls, and then add in hammer curls and fat bar work as necessary. And just bring that grip along slowly. But the main thing is I can't overtrain it. That's the other thing I've learned in the past. That's one reason I don't like grippers and the Captains of Crush grippers and things. All they do is overtrain and beat up my hands without as much grip carryover as I would like. Farmer's walks, that's people brought that up too. I like farmer's walks. They also just beat up my recovery. Not saying they don't improve the grip, they do, but it seems like the fatigue I accumulate from doing them isn't worth it. You know, again, especially when I've really been pushing hard on some of these movements and I'm making great progress on bench and other stuff, I can't really afford the recovery hit to do a bunch of heavy weighted carries. And I like heavy weighted carries. I think they're very valuable. So I want to be clear there. It's just in my current situation, I don't think that's the best use of my training resources. So again, I want to make that part clear. I am not against them. I think they're a good grip training tool. I think they're a good conditioning tool. And in many cases, they're great for people's training. I prescribe them, I endorse them. But again, overall, pretty good workout. Happy with it. I've got a bunch of stuff I have to sort today, though, so glad to get through this. Again, going to go into the weekend, recover, and hopefully have some real good workouts next week. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.